Liverpool beat Spurs 4-2 yesterday thanks to a great performance from Mohamed Salah. He became the only player in Premier League history to have scored 10 or more goals with 10 or more assists in 5 consecutive seasons.
And you still don't rate him?
I do rate him.
No, you don't. Don't try it. No, you don't.
Let's bring back someone I do rate who never lies with his eyes. Danny Murphy joins us. Smurf, are you there?
I am.
Do you think we talked about this last week with regards to Mohamed Salah when he had that bust up with Jurgen Klopp? I think it was on the touchline at West Ham, wasn't it? And we were asking whether or not it's time to cash in, new manager coming in and so on. What's your view on Mohamed Salah for Liverpool, for not just next season, but for the next 2 or 3? Do you think they have to keep him going forward?
I don't think they have to. I mean, it depends on the amount that comes in for him, because if it's a ridiculous amount at the age he's at, and you put that up against what you'd have to pay to keep him, then it becomes a difficult decision. What is obvious is that if he leaves this summer, then replacing him and his numbers is pretty much impossible from that position. Very, very difficult to find someone who can play off the right-hand side and get the amount of goals he does. In fact, nearly impossible. So that would be a blow. But if you're talking about 100 million plus at this time in his career, then I think they'll seriously consider it. It's a difficult one because any new manager is going to want him. Of course they are. I actually think the more important signing to keep is Van Dijk. I know that sounds a bit silly because of Salah's goals, but Liverpool don't struggle to make chances. I mean, they have obviously in the recent month, 4 to 6 weeks, struggled converting them, of course, we know that, but they don't struggle to make chances. I think Van Dijk going would be a bigger blow than Salah, in my opinion.
Yeah, I probably agree with that. But going back to Salah, Murph, and I mean, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves when it comes to Mohamed Salah, because you look at his numbers, as you said, every single season, and there's not many of these players about. Before a ball's kicked at the start of every season, he guarantees you between 15 and 20 goals every single season. Do you think he gets the respect he deserves?
More than that, mate. He gets more than that.
I'm just being generous.
I think he's averaged 25 and in the Prem since he started. Of all the seasons, average in the Prem is 24, 25, something like that. So he's somebody who can score goals without playing well, a bit like you.
Where you go? I didn't need to be brought into that.
Well, no, it's a compliment.
Is it?
Yeah, you can still have the composure and the know-how to score goals when you're not playing well. I mean, not everyone does. Most strikers thrive on confidence and momentum.
True.
Take it for what it is. The thing with Salah.
It's that little giggle at the end, right?
No, I'm serious. It is a compliment. It's not. It's not. You're misinterpreting it.
Watch. You're really good at co-coms, Dan.
Thank you. Salah is somebody who year in year out has proved in Europe and domestically that he's one of the best players in the Premier League and in Europe, because your numbers as a forward are what you're judged on. The conversation around Salah amongst Liverpool people is generally super positive, and the admiration of him's high. I mean, I did a thing not so long back with a couple of ex-Liverpool players, and we were doing our greatest, since I've been alive, the greatest Liverpool 11, and he got in it. I mean, when you think...
Did you, Dan?
Pardon?
Did you?
No, nowhere near it.
You got my best ever teammates, though.
I did. That was one of the biggest compliments I've had actually in a long time.
Smurf, one of your best ever teammates.
He caught me on a good season, Andy.
You know what they say about you? Even when you were playing bad, you could spot a good pass.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually true. So I think Salah's one of those players who's going to be remembered more when he's gone. But the other thing is, and I don't know if you guys agree with this, when you think of your favourite players over the years for Arsenal, Man U, whoever you're thinking about, some players just look more sexy and aesthetically pleasing on the eye than, for example, if you said, do you want Eden Hazard or do you want Salah? And you're going to be manager at Liverpool or Man U or Arsenal for the next 5 years, who do you want?
No, in their pomp?
Yeah.
Give me Salah.
It's such...
You're never going to take Hazard over Salah if you're a sensible football person, because he just scores you more goals. Now, Hazard, you'd pay to watch.
Yeah, you're right.
He just makes you... He's a sexy footballer.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Berbatov was someone you enjoy watching. He does magical things on the pitch, but I'd take Bentley over Berbatov because he score you more goals.
Would you though, I'm looking at your eyes now. Are they lying?
No, I would. I mean that genuinely. And that's just...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, there's some players, if you think down the years of all the great United players, some are eulogised about because they look great on the eye, and others don't go under the radar because they just get on with the job.
Okay, well, let me talk about one that had not the greatest game at the weekend, and that's Darwin Nunez. I was trying to work out a way of being kind, because he fueled, I'm sure you're aware, further speculation that he could leave the club following the win.
I didn't hear that, no.
Okay, so he's deleted all Liverpool-related posts from his Instagram account.
Wow.
He did that over the weekend. Do you think he's off this summer?
Well, I didn't. So you said that.
Okay.
That's a strange one.
Now that you know that.
I hope not.
Well, look, I think he's at an age still where he's got time to progress. I love his attitude, application. If I was a coach coming in, looking at the squad, he would be definitely someone I'd be saying make sure he stays, because he's got that unique style, that mobility to get in behind, powerful, gets chances all the times he plays. Now, and any coach will feel like they can improve. They might not improve him, but you'll feel like you can. There will come a time, even if he stays, where he's got to start producing more than he has, because the chances he gets, the ratio isn't good enough. We've seen the numbers.
Dan, he's 25 next month. Is that young or old?
Yeah, I thought he was a bit younger than that. I think it's young enough. I mean, Benny will tell me he's a striker. When did you feel like you were experienced enough not to need any more?
In terms of in front of goal, probably when I got to about 27, 28. Where
really?
Yeah. Where I thought.
See, that surprised me. Then the answer is that's young.
Young, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I thought, when I felt 100% in control. Every time I went through on goal, had an attempt at goal, I knew exactly what I was going to do.
That's interesting.
Okay.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.